If you're driving a Nissan Rogue with a CVT transmission and going down the highway, at times it'll chatter or rumble on you, and sometimes you'll even lose the accelerator pedal. In other words, you'll push down the accelerator pedal and it won't go anywhere. Let me tell you what that is. So that's called a CVT chatter, and a lot of times it'll store code, and when it stores the code, it'll go into a fail-safe mode, which takes away the accelerator pedal. I mean, it's a ridiculous thing, but that's just the way they're designed. So it doesn't necessarily mean you have to put a high-dollar transmission in these cars, though a lot of times you do. But there is one thing you want to check before you condemn the transmission, and that is battery voltage, or the alternator. Now, we repaired a few of these cars that came in with this chattering sensation, storing a chatter code, losing the accelerator pedal, and we would check battery voltage, and at times it was reading low, and when it reads low, the transmission doesn't get the right amount of voltage and it'll chatter. So the answer is to replace the alternator. Now in this car, it came in for that problem. As you can see, it is a 2016 Nissan Rogue, and you can see on my road test on the way home that the battery voltage got as, well, I don't know how to focus this Droid phone, but anyway, it got as low as 2.6. You can see that parameter right there, and as high as 14. And this is just a normal drive on the way home. Now that's a little too low. 2.6 is too low to run the car, and that can give some kind of problems like a transmission jattering, or transmission chatter, or transmission jittering, or whatever you call it. But it's the transmission, basically the chain is slipping around the pulleys, and it gives that chatter kind of vibrational feeling. That's not good. So I say with 2.6 volts on this thing, we probably should try an alternator first to see what it does, and drop the transmission pan, take a look at that as well, before we put a high-dollar trans in this thing. When I drove the car this morning, and I can get my phone to focus today, you can see that the voltage is running 13.5 to 14.3. So it's running pretty normal this morning, but it wasn't doing that last night on the way home. So I think we're going to try an alternator. So we went ahead and replaced the alternator. You can see what the voltage is running now on the way in this morning. Now last night I drove it, and it's got as low as 13 volts, but it didn't drop below that. Now unfortunately on this car we had to replace the transmission as well, because it was already damaged where the chain was slipping around the pulleys. But you always want to check alternator battery voltage and alternator output. Just remember, battery voltage is the heartbeat of your vehicle. It's got to have good blood pressure, so to speak. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and have a blessed day.